Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. So if you're seeing me for the very first time, hi, my name is Samuel Bela. On this channel we'll make various kind of things, but most specifically nursing and lifestyle videos. As you must have seen in the previous video, I went for my IELTS test. So in this video I'm going to be giving you guys all the gist and all the things that you need to note. So make sure you have your jotter, your pen ready to jot down some necessary things, and let's move in straight to the video. Okay, so the first thing was that my speaking test date was changed. Like I just got an email without I think that was okay, probably this shifted to 10th from or 12th, from 14th to 12th, and there was no way that I could travel to Ibadan to go and do that. But one thing I just want to say is that you all should check your email very often, because these people can send you mails at any time, so make sure you check your emails as often as possible. But if you can't meet up with it, because these kind of things happen, they can change your speaking test date at any time. So I was speaking with someone concerning how my speaking test date was just changed. So I spoke with someone. The person was like they did the same for him. So I believe it's something that can happen to anybody. So if it happens to you, if you are available for that date and you can go for it, don't worry, just go for it. And if you can't, do not worry. The date you already fixed, just go for it. So when you get to the exam center, you explain to them how things went, and you will certainly do your exam. So one thing that I will advise you again is that you should get to the examination center as early as possible. I got to that exam center like about 20 minutes early. So my exam was supposed to be for 10:30, but because my speaking test date was changed, so they probably registered me as being absent on the date that they changed it to, which was not the date that I chose. And they called the names of the people that are to have their test for within that time slot, but my name wasn't called, so I had to speak with them. They asked my name and she checked the list that was with her. She said my name isn't here, and I made her to know that that's the you will see them wearing British Council clothes like that. I made her to understand that my speaking test date was changed without my notice, and there was no way that I could come to this test with that. So she said okay, she would get back to me. It took about 2 hours, but then I was finally called inside. So try to get in as early as possible, and don't forget to bring your international passport, you need it. After everything, she took me to one place. I'm going to be inserting clips. I probably didn't mention it before. I'm going to be inserting clips from the vlog I recently uploaded. I did signing in. You would sign in, they would they would take your pictures, they would put in your thumbprints and everything. So after that, you would now be taken to a waiting area where only about 2 or 3 people will be there waiting for the examiner. So during this exam, I never knew that the exam will be online. It was via Zoom. So it gave me super nerves. Like I was so nervous. Even my feet were trembling. Like that is how nervous I was. And then the network was just breaking and people were complaining. But then one thing that I want to say is please try as much as possible to stay away from negative energy. Every bad energy, send them away from you. Yeah, one more thing, you won't be allowed to go with your phones to that place, to the waiting area. Every of your belongings would be collected where you did your signing in. The lady that was there with me in the waiting area, she was just like, oh gosh, this isn't her first time writing this exam, but no problem if people are failing this and that. And I was just like, I know people who pass it at first time, and I believe that I can also pass mine at the first time. So that went on and on. She went in, she did her test thereafter, and then I went in and did mine. So when I went inside, she introduced us, the examiner introduced herself via Zoom. We would use headset. They gave me a paper and a pen. So I was not allowed to go in with anything, like not even a paper or a pen. I was not allowed to go in with anything. So when she started, she introduced herself. She asked me, where I was born and everything. She asked me to talk about myself. Then the questions went a bit they went a bit good, but I felt like I was not so fluent. I felt like I was hesitating at some point, probably because of my nerves. At some points I feel like I was getting short of words, I was repeating words. So that aside, the part 2 question is what I can only remember right now. It was that something that happened that made me very proud, and what I did thereafter. So one thing that I want to say to you guys right now is that if you have a story that goes in line with the question that you have been asked, please go ahead and say it and narrate it to the examiner. The reason why I'm saying this is because if you have something that is in relation to the question that the examiner is asking you, go ahead and say it. This is because it would make you to be very much fluent, and you would have to be racking up your head to think of ideas. So go ahead and say it. After everything, I left. So basically that is it about the IELTS. Yes, speaking. So the next one, which is the listening, reading and writing. So for the listening, we're given this infrared headset that played the audio. The audio was very loud and audible. So if you can't hear your audio very well, please call the attention of the how do they call these people that monitor? Shall call the attention of these, how do invigilators, or what do they call them? So call their attention and make them know that your headset isn't functioning properly. One thing I want you to note about this lesson also is that please, when you are writing your answers, write in capital letters, because it will make your writing much more legible. Speaking test went well, to be honest. It was so simple. And then, like I mentioned in the blog, if I probably failed, it would be just like 3 or 2 questions. So I'm expecting nothing less than probably an 8 in my speaking test. So after you've finished a section, the first one will be listening. So the answer sheets would be collected, and then you would be given the answer sheet for the next one. So the next one is reading. Now, one thing I want to say about this reading is, please don't waste your time reading the full passage. If you guys want me to make a video on how I was able to study for my IELTS and things that I learned that really helped me, because I need the reading, like we need to learn to listen to plurals. I can remember vividly there was a question, the conversation was about a nurse. So nurse was the first answer, then her phone number, then where they would meet. So where they would meet was sports complex. Listen to what I said. Sports complex. So if one is not careful, the S after sports you would not listen to it. Thank God for IELTS Liz. I learned it from her to be able to listen to plurals. So at first I'd even written sports complex, but then I was like, hey, there are some words that originally are in sort of plural form, such as grassroots, such as sports. So when those things are, that is it about that speaking. So about the reading, please don't bother reading everything. Make sure that you have learned how to skim through passages and how to be able to get keywords. I think then one more thing I want to say is that please try as much as possible that you prepare for the IELTS and everything. I felt like listening would give me problem because I'm sort of a slow listener. I don't usually hear people early, or sometimes it gives me a sort of hard time to comprehend what people are saying. So especially foreigners, like let me say foreigners, not my Nigerian people now. So I prepared a little bit more on listening. So I guess that's why I really found it very simple. So guys, try as much as possible to prepare through everything. In fact, the reading was terrible. There's this place of matching headings all the ones that I've always prepared for was that the passages, I mean the headings will be more than the passages, but this one it was the other way around. The passages were more than the headings, so it was, I think, probably matching passages, or what do I even call it? I was mortified. I was like, what the, how can this happen? So I had to be reading all the passages and trying to fix this thing that fit in the heading, and then almost all the heading looked like they were perfect. Guys, I think this is where I wasted most of my time. I was only able to answer like 30, is it 30 or 35 questions before I heard 15 minutes more. So for the rest, I was just like flash, and I just answered the question. Moving on to the next one. Yeah, I probably never mentioned this. So you are to bring your bottled water. You have to bring your bottled water to the exam center. Although they may tell you no, this and that. Please bring in your bottled water. Bring in your writing utensils such as your sharpener and your eraser. In fact, those people, if possible, they would like you not to enter with even a pen, because they will be like, no, this or that. That's how they are. So I asked them, they were like, no, you can't go in with this. Please go in with it. I did not go in with it and I regretted it. So please go in with it. Then go in with a transparent bottled water. Let it be something like this, that you can see everything that is on it. So one thing I want you to know is that you want to urinate. It's better you do everything before the exam starts, because once the exam starts like this, they will not give you a chance. Like, and if you are thinking, okay, maybe when I finish a session, probably listening, they would let me to go and urinate before the reading starts. No, they would rather want you to go and urinate while the exam is ongoing. That's how those people are in support of people's failure for that exam. Like, when I learned about this, I was so shocked. Like, so do you guys want me to fail? Instead of me to go and urinate during the break, you are telling me that when I have my exam sheets, I can go and urinate. Like, seriously. So I don't know the reason why they are doing that anyway, but I'm sure probably they have their reasons, and it could be because they want people to keep failing so that people will keep coming for the exam. I don't know. So the next one is the writing. Now the writing, part A and part B, has different answer sheets, so please don't mix it up. I think the part A is red, then the part B is black. I can't really remember. So make sure you don't mix it up. Write the one that is meant for each on the right answer sheet. So once you have done that, everything will be submitted and you will be told that your results will come out in 13 days time. So now concerning the results, I heard that some people's own don't come out immediately at 13 time, and I think it's on the web also that these results are probably being held for further review. So if yours is being held for further review, do not worry, just calm down. Everything will be fine. So that is it about this video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share and subscribe, and I hope it was really helpful. And then if you guys want me to make a video on how I studied for my IELTS, please comment in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. So until then, let the beat whistle, just try to blend into the tone. Don't let the beat